Hello and welcome to Roll to One. I'm Jaden Arnold, and per the usual, we're going to play some Dungeons & Dragons. But before I get to that tonight, last week you noticed we had a different table. This week we have different players. I would like to introduce some of my best friends, starting from left to right. Go ahead and wave your hand and tell me your name, my good sir.
Oh, you're first?
That's you.
Sorry, you said left, right. Okay. My name or the character?
Your name.
Who are you?
Oh, I am Jesse.
Yeah. Who are you? Oh, wait.
I'm back.
You don't have a beard.
I don't have the hair. I'm Joey, if you don't remember.
Perfect. I'm very excited. And who are you?
I'm George.
You're George.
Yeah.
George, you appeared in a one-shot we did recently.
I did the hot
That's
ones.
wonderful.
It's very good.
I'm
very hot.
Yes. Very warm, very toasty.
That's right.
I don't know. I feel like it's about to get a little warm in here because we're going to get ready for tonight's episode of The Crow's Curtain Call. Long ago, before some events happened, before our latest battle, Esmeralda killed Thomas, ensuring his passage to the afterlife. Thomas saw a vision of Mount Celestia, but was shortly entranced by dark clouds and observed the commencement of a birth. In a rush, Rictavio used his soul scroll of raised dead to preserve Thomas's life before calming Esmeralda. When Thomas stood up, Esmeralda told them about a sinister bargain she had struck in an effort to spare Thomas. However, it realized it would cost her her own life. One can only survive. She pulled away from that deal and instead had to consent to remain in the church while Thomas left, in order to keep herself safe. There, he found Strahd and Rahadin waiting in their wagon outside the grounds. During their conversation, a deal was made, and Thomas agreed to keep his companions out of Strahd's hands. We know how that went. In exchange for accompanying him to Castle Ravenloft, Thomas departed town with the last devil of Barovia. The party watches as Thomas rides away in his wagon. Pulled away, the door closed. You hear Rahadin, "Hyah!" gets the horses going a little bit faster. And Strahd looks to you and says, "So, Thomas, why have you decided, really, to come with me?"
Well, like I said, my friends will have safe passage because I'm with you.
Do you understand the deal that you have made?
Probably not.
This is not a temporary deal. This is forever.
That I understand.
So let forever begin. And he kind of goes in, his body gets big, his frame large, his nails come outward, and he grabs both your shoulder and your head, tilting your head to the side. And in a moment, you see as his fangs elongate from his face, his pulling up pulls back his gums. His fangs do not extend downward, but his jaw almost moves, and it hangs a little lower than it should. And as it hangs almost not attached, it pulls against your chest as the top ends of the fangs go into your most prominent vein that is now peering as your tension and as your adrenaline goes, and he pulls in. In that very moment, your ring on your hand begins to ignite with light, radiant light, as it cracks. White light fills the frame, and a ball of radiant light. We cut back to what we've seen before, a party viewing your demise, or so they thought. The camera cuts, and we see Strahd clearing off his dining table, smashing all the candelabras and the plates, the china that's on the top of this table. You see a fire roaring in the back. You see a few maids. Something's being said. All you're hearing is as you're barely conscious. And you see Strahd is saying something along the lines of, "Get me now! Get him now!" But your eyes close. You wake again, and you're on a bed, bound.
Like, arms here, arms out.
Your arms are to your sides. You're under the covers. You're tucked in well. You look up, you see a frame, Victorian style, a beautiful ceiling that is painted with some sort of a strange imp dancing about. Seems that it's the same imp telling a story. moving around the room, pointing at different things. You don't really care about what the story's saying right now. Nonetheless, you know where you are.
Am I alone besides the imp?
Go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage as you pull your neck downward to try to look around the room.
Okay. 19.
19, you blink. You see that there's a roaring fire to the side and you're in some sort of a bedroom. You see the bedroom is well decorated, well framed, and everything seems to be warm. But you're not. For some strange reason, you're not finding comfort or warmth under these covers. Under wrapped up with a fire nearby, you're cold.
Can I move my? Am I bound or am I just tucked in real nice?
Do you attempt to pull free of whatever your situation is?
I think
There's little feeling in your limbs.
I'm just gonna try to pull into a ball to try to get warm with the covers, whatever I have, and just kind of make myself as small as I can to stay warm.
You pull, you flex, and you tighten, and you feel bands of leather snap against your larger muscles.
So I'm stuck.
No longer.
Oh, they snap off.
Correct.
Am I wearing any clothes? No? Okay. Sounds right. I'll sit up.
You do?
Alone.
Seems to be. Make a perception check with advantage.
Now advantage. I needed it. 18.
You're listening, and you hear a mouse behind the wall. You shouldn't be able to hear that behind the wall, but you hear it crawl, scamper.
I'll stand.
You stand. How tall was Thomas before?
6'1", 6'2".
You're 6'5".
Hit my head on the bed frame. Probably not, but
No, it's tall.
yeah.
Your limbs are longer, but they're bigger.
I'll reach and grab a blanket and try to pull it off the bed and wrap it around myself.
Okay. You do.
I just wrap it over my, around my waist.
Mm-hmm. You look down and you see the tops of your hands. You are pasty white.
I'll sing a little bit. Do I sound the same?
Yes.
I try to sing a phrase from the ballad of Saint, what's it called?
Saint Andrew?
Yeah. One of the ones that, one of the phrases that is longer, and needs me to use my voice a little more and sustain a little longer.
The door. You begin to sing. It sounds nice. Even amidst your own voice, you're normally clouded by your cranium and its reverberation. But even amidst, you're finding you're able to multitask just a little bit better, a little more clear.
I'll finish. Come in.
The door opens. You see someone. You see them. You do see this person. I promise you do. But all you're focusing on is you can hear them. Boom, 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 boom. And you almost see their skin pulse more than usual. This person doesn't seem strange. This person seems small in frame, well-dressed, butler-esque. The features don't matter. It's what you hear right now that matters.
I'll say to him in what I think is normal, but I'll probably whisper.
Mm-hmm.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm Harkus. I'm here for you. Are you in need of assistance, my lord?
Yes, I would like clothes.
Yes, of course. They have been laid out on the chair. Would you like to be dressed?
I can dress myself, thank you.
Yes, my lord.
How long have I been in here?
I'm not sure I understand the question. You've been at rest for minutes.
Thank you. Is there any event tonight that I need to attend?
The full moon is in a few nights. We will be eager to hear what happens. But it seems that Strahd has an appointment coming up in a few days. But in the meantime, the castle is yours to peruse.
Well, thank you. What was your name again?
Harkus.
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 Thank you.
Yes, my lord.
Will you? Never mind. Thank you.
Yes, my lord. And he just looks off to the side and stands against the wall.
I put my clothes on. And I'll reach at my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of.
Yeah, there's a fang there.
Yeah, right. Can't look in a mirror.
Do you go to a mirror?
Sure.
Yeah, your instinct is to go to a mirror. You find something on the table that's reflective. You turn it around, this silver bowl. You don't even see your hands holding it. You just see your hands holding it, but not in the reflection. It's a weird experience.
It's like it's a CGI thing with no reflection.
Yeah, it's just wrong in every way.
How much do I know about... How much have I seen Strahd? What have I seen him do as physically, movement-wise? Have I seen him walk on walls? Have I seen him fly? Have I seen him do any things like that?
Have you seen him do any things like that?
I don't think so. Well, I'll put my clothes on, and I will leave the room, and...
All right, you walk out the room, the door closes. Harkus comes out behind you, closes the door, and follows you where you go. All right, so we're going to cut to the middle of a dungeon, a dark and deep place, somewhere in the bowels, Castle Ravenloft. This network of traps and weaponized movement. One forgets that this is not your average torch-sconced location. It is electrical. It is pulsing with an uneven electrical signal, yet the room is powered. You see lights on the wall flickering endlessly, almost by magic, but magic it is not. And we cut now to 2 empty cells, catty-corner to each other, in a room of 6 cells. There is a back wall that is completely walled, and then the other side, an open hallway. But in these cells are 2 individuals. Or in one cell is one person and one is another. In one of these cells is a half-giant, a humanoid that is larger than the average. Their tattoos that would appear on the average Goliath are a little bit more toned down, almost as if been delineated. A slow removal of the Goliath heritage, but nonetheless remains Goliath. The individual is wearing armor that was once regal, a weapon in the corner that is useless here against no one. Please, describe yourself.
As you say, I am a hybrid. On my mother's side, human. My father's side, a giant. Tragedy in my family has made me very skeptical, to the point of animus towards those who wield magic, whether it be good or bad, whatever their intentions are. It is folly as far as I'm concerned, and I will partake no fellowship with those who practice it.
All right. Do you stand or sit in your hope or hopelessness in your situation?
I stand, I pace as much as I'm allowed.
Yeah, you're in a room. I will explain a little bit better. You're in a room that is 10 foot by 10 foot.
Excellent.
So you're feeling not entirely cramped in your 7'5" stature. Still small by giant standards. All right. Also, in another room is a small man. A wizard of sorts, fingering through, I would assume to be a small tome. None of your items have been taken away from either of you. Yet you remain. Describe yourself.
I am Konak. I've got a trick for magic, and I love a good drink. Must have had too much last night, but whatever I'm doing here, I got my book.
As your memories come to you, you remember walking through, briefly, Barovia, a dark land of twisted reality. A place that the trees seem to lean towards you, the mountains seem to climb into the darkness, and horror meets your ears. It is not a great place to be. It's awful, it's terrible, it's everything that you wish it wasn't. However, this is where you find yourself. And you do remember being, well, it's fuzzy, but your memory's there. And they're unique, they're your own, and not for me to share. However, in the 4 cells on each opposite end of each section, I said 6 before, but I'm deciding it's 8. You are in the far back corner, so the doorway for you. What was your character's name?
Oh, Trife Delore.
Trife Delore. For Trife finds himself at the far corner, the far left, bottom left corner, if the doorway is at the top of the room, right? From a top-down view,
I see. Okay.
you'd be the bottom left corner of the domino. And what was your character's name?
Konak.
Trife and Konak. Konak, you would be finding yourself in the third from the bottom, right? You'd be, not bottom right corner, one up from that, and then one right there is where you are. In an empty cell. Across from, let me just do this. Castle Ravenloft's complicated. I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to say that out loud before the audience is like, why is he taking so long? Go ahead and make a perception check for me, Konak.
Okay. 16.
So Konak, in the cell directly across from you, in the middle of this kind of 10-foot hallway space, the hallway right in front of you is I'll say it this way. Pounded into the roof of this cell is a rusted iron pulley, strung through which is a rope that is tied to one of the cross beams of the barred door. Dangling upside down from the pulley is a man, flabby and stout of build, in tight-fitting leather armor. His boots are bound with rope just below the pulley. His fleshy hands are tied behind his back, and his head is underwater. You very quickly realize that you are in about 6 inches of water, and his head is in all of it.
I will quickly cast a mage hand, and I will attempt to pull the lever. My understanding is there's a lever that's holding someone up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, he's basically upside down by his feet, and he probably drowned here.
Okay. I will. Well, first off, actually, before I do that, is he like moving, struggling, anything like that? He's just like still.
What was your perception?
16.
16. You do notice hanging below him is a smashed instrument of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of a guitar-like instrument. You can't really tell it's in pieces, but you do see kind of the head of it and the strings all twirled. It's likely that this person was some sort of a bard.
Sure.
But you're not seeing any life from this bard.
Yeah, I'll cast Mage Hand and try to pull the lever to maybe let him go.
Yeah, sure. It's a pretty rough rope. You take your mage hand and you extend outward this invisible mage hand. The body hits the ground, makes a little. You feel it kind of as the water moves your way. You see a little splash. Kind of the first sign of movement in maybe a day or so.
So am I seeing all of?
No,
what
you
you're
do not. So this cell's
okay.
two to your left, but you just see you see this little halfling man reach out his hand, and then a rope that's tied to the cell, and kind of like the middle section just, and then you hear in the water, and then you just feel kind of the water move. The 6 inches of water at your ankles, your feet.
Okay.
Across from you, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Me?
Yes. Roll a d20, add your perception. I believe you're proficient.
11. Oh, is it +3, right?
Yep, you're proficient, I believe. So
Yeah.
Yeah, +3 for you. Yep. What? 11. 11. Not bad. Not bad.
Not good.
But not great. However, this is not a difficult thing to find. You see a strong young man who is clutching at the bars of his cell while struggling to keep his teeth from chattering. His clothes are shredded and he is soaked from head to toe.
How long have you been here?
Oh, hi. I'm Emil. Who are you?
I'm Trife.
Where are you from?
I am from a place I can guarantee you have never heard of. And that's not important. What's important is what we're doing here. Where have you come from?
I'm a resident of Valaki, the big town in Barovia.
And how came you here?
I was. That's not important either.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You seem cold, so you've been here for considerably longer than I have. Either that or you have the constitution of a mop.
Zuleika.
Pardon?
Okay. I can trust you.
Wow, that was easy. My trust will not be so easy to earn, but it's good to know. That you committed a crime or wrongdoing. Why are you here?
I'm not willing to acknowledge authority. Or at least this authority.
And what is this authority?
Well, you see, I'm a bit of a violent warrior, and
Are there non-violent warriors where you're from?
so I've been told.
Ah.
This individual, now you kind of see him barely in the light, dark skin, goatee, his ears are slightly pointed.
Ah. I say, for some reason, even though I don't know what the heck a pointy-eared person is. Elf, perhaps? No, I'm not meaning to stereotype, but the pointy ears seem to indicate you are not fully human.
No, I'm a half elf.
Ah. I can understand. I can relate.
Yeah, you if you're gonna need my trust, I'm Zuleika's my wife. She's she kind of did me wrong, and that's why I'm here.
She betrayed you.
I think so. I'm not too sure. It's not exactly. Relationships aren't an exact science.
So I'm told. Well then, I take it you have a mind to get out.
Just kind of wondering why I can't remember much.
Same affliction I have, it would seem.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm gonna say, hey, was it because you were drinking too much?
What? Hello?
Hey, I heard you guys talking about being half elf, half, what was it, giant? Well, I'm halfling, so maybe we could have, maybe I could be in this conversation too.
Sure.
Hi. Hello.
Your name, little person?
Konak Landon.
You can kind of barely see him. You can see Konak Landon.
Oh, good gravy you are, Tiny.
Well, there's a lot of water in here. It makes me look a bit smaller than normal.
Well, the water's over here as well, and you just look tiny.
Huh.
But it's good to know you. You said I saw him do the...
Yeah, you saw him like put his hand out.
Okay. And I would suggest you refrain from any more of your ethereal shenanigans.
Oh, you mean my magic? It's called magic where I come from.
You have magic? Get us out.
Do not use the magic. You use it on yourself and yourself alone. Don't bring that nonsense over here.
All right. Fine. I'll just do it with my hands.
Do what exactly?
I'll go to the... Is there like a lock or anything on the door?
This doorway,
Or on this...
yeah, this lock situation is very interesting, right? So you basically see it is like, it's like a pull, like, you know, like when you have like a bolt that kind of pulls over and then goes down, right? So imagine if it pulled over, went down, and then was locked over like that, right? So basically there's a large rod that is sticking up against the wall through that like portion of the cement, right? And it is within, so it kind of shakes a little bit because it's not a perfect system. If you wanted to just like shake it forever, eventually the erosion would push you out. However, you don't have all forever, and so you could potentially reach, maybe not from your vantage, but you could potentially grab the back part of this lock.
Can I use my mage hand to do
You certainly can.
Okay, so I'm going to... Can I reach... First of all, can I reach the mechanism, the locking mechanism?
Yeah, so you climb up kind of this like doorway, like just pulling yourself up and like get high enough up to where it's about in the middle of the door.
Okay.
And you reach your arm and you can like sort of poke the edge. It like swings slightly.
Sure. Okay, cool.
You can sort of see it. So you know like that feeling when you look and you kind of feel sick because you're looking down?
Yeah.
It kind of feels like that when you look too far out of your vision just a little bit. But you can do it.
Okay. I'm going to act like I'm doing it without using my mage hand, but I'm going to use my mage hand.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Just first. Go ahead and give me a perception check as well. You.
Me?
Yes. I want to get these names in front of me. They're new. They're new names. Trife. Yes. Trife. What was your perception?
19.
19.
28.
20. So you're looking especially to see if he's using magic, and it just he's good with his hands it seems, but no magic is being used.
Okay.
Magic's being used. All right. So go ahead and give me a thieves' tools check.
Okay. Is that just like a regular roll?
Yeah. So basically, you just add proficiency.
Gotcha.
Dex.
Your dexterity proficiency. Yeah.
Okay.
The dex.
So it's just add proficiency then?
Plus proficiency plus dex.
Yeah, plus
Okay,
dex. Yeah, that's my bad.
So, 15.
Little locks on the floor. The gate opens.
It's a new day. All right. Who's next?
Me. It's me.
Take care of the chattering one.
Okay. I'll go over. First of all, yeah. Okay. I'll just go over there and I'll see if I can't get to the lock there. Or yeah.
Yeah. You walk over to the door. You see it. It's there.
Okay. I guess I'll try to unlock it.
Yeah. I mean, you're. I guess at this point, it's silly to make you roll again. You're
Sure.
going to do it until you do it.
Right.
However, in this case, you kind of understand. Man, the locks are all one key, right? So there's just one key that so you kind of memorize the locking mechanism. It's very simple. You know, whatever this key is probably has a very simple rudimentary shape to it. It's not designed to, keep a very it's not complicated for there'd be no reason to. So you're easily just pop,
Gotcha.
open.
All right.
Thank you. Takes off.
Oh, I was gonna open it and then put my foot in front of the gate. So if you were trying to.
So go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Okay. Jeez. Okay. Athletics. All right. 2.
Yeah, 18. He steps over you and goes.
Well, he's gone. What about you, big boy?
Well, you see what you're capable of when you're not using magic, so why don't you just bring those very tiny hands over here and slide the mechanism off, and we can depart. I'll even throw you up on my shoulders if you don't want to be in the water anymore.
Oh, no. That's fine.
Okay.
But one moment. I want to check out the body real quick.
The bard body?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So in this space, you see this dead bard. Also to the left, in the next cell over, you see what seems to be shackled to the back wall as a cell is an emancipated proclamation. Emaciated figure in a blue robe, a spindly arm spread wide, and his head tilted forward. Long gray hair hangs down in front of a dead man's face. Seems to be some sort of a dead wizard who probably, likely, died.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to walk back to Old Giant, and I'm going to say, wait, is that a spider over there in the corner?
Where?
And then I'll use my mage hand to unlock the door.
It opens.
Yeah, okay. Oh, it must have been a speck or something.
Are you sure? I don't like spiders.
Oh, well, hey, I was lying. Just look over here. I'm going to kind of walk over to the body.
So the door is open. You are free to move about the room.
I'm free, so I thank you, but I no longer trust you because you told me there was a spider and there was not. But that is trumped by you letting me out, so I do appreciate it, little fellow. And your name again is Konak, correct?
That's right.
Konak. And how did you come here, Konak?
Oh, well, wouldn't you like to know?
That's why I asked.
Well, I would like to know, too. But
Wow.
I'm sure it was full of... but...
A sauced wizard. That's fantastic.
Ain't it fun? Well, check this thing out.
You see the dead bodies and the bard, all that.
I thought I smelled something. Putrid.
Well, there's only one way to see what he's got. I'm just gonna roll up my sleeves.
Oh, you're gonna
Yeah, I'm gonna
pat
get
him down?
in there. Yeah, I'm gonna get in there.
All right, go
Oh,
ahead.
dear.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Okay. 8.
Yeah, you are quite short, and you do not seem to find anything on his body.
Okay, well, I can't find anything.
You stipulated he's quite short. Is the inference that perhaps if he was not quite short that he might have?
Well, he just is reaching up, and he's not really able to get access to all of the places that one might have things.
Well, I suppose I will sully my hands. And what exactly are we looking for in this corpse?
I don't know, man. He looks like he knew what was going on here. I mean, you can't ask him, but...
Right, but what would he have? He's a prisoner. They wouldn't have anything useful.
Well, we obviously have our stuff, so maybe he has his stuff.
You make a good point. All right, I'll grope the corpse as well.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
This is awesome.
Oops.
I'm so happy.
That's just going to be a 5.
5.
5.
Yeah, you find anything that is little of, or you find nothing.
No pocket lint? Can I get
I
lint
tried to
for
be
5?
poetic. I tried to be poetic. I'm sorry. Didn't happen.
All right. Well, apparently I've got long arms and absolutely no eyes. So I didn't find anything either. This guy's got nothing on him, as I said before.
Oh.
But
That's okay. I mean, we can keep going.
no, wait. Sorry. Have I seen the wizard, or that's just him right now? Or what we think it's a
you
wizard?
have all seen, so basically body-wise, you have a dead bard that is hanging, drowned.
Yep.
There's majority of its flesh on it. And then you see the wizard, which is just bones and beard.
Okay, literally bones and beard.
Bones and
okay.
beard.
Yeah. Okay, so nothing to pick there.
I mean,
Okay.
there's his robes, but I'll tell you, you guys have both rolled so poorly that you found nothing.
Sure.
All right.
All right.
Just as well. I wasn't looking forward to doing that. Okay. Well, there is an exit. I believe we're in the big hall. We're at the big hallway.
Yeah,
right?
so basically, I'll tell you. You get right to the doorway, and there's like 3 steps. You climb up these 3 steps. To give you the map would just give everything away. So I will just continue to do it this way until we and maybe engage in combat, whatever. So you look right, and you see a hallway that goes 20 feet out, and then up. It seems to be a spiral staircase. To the left, you see what looks to be a wide open chamber. The light and the way that the water kind of sits against the ground kind of creates a mist that obscures this back room, but you do see that the light kind of like is dim, but it seems to travel farther, right? You know what I mean? How like fog kind of gives that perspective when it is a larger open space, you can kind of tell versus when it's collected. It does look like it is a larger space. However, that is also 20 feet now to your left, and then straight forward is an almost identical chamber to the one you have, only flipped.
Well, this sucks. I don't suppose you remember how you got in here. You were not taken physically while you were conscious.
Can I think about it?
For, I don't know, 35 seconds?
Okay. No, I don't remember. I don't remember.
Okay.
But we probably one of these directions. That's the way I came from.
Right. Okay. Well, I have found the brain trust. With nothing for it, I suppose, my little friend, we should find a way to get out of here. I'm not thrilled with the soppiness of my boots, I suppose. I gotta. Sorry. Do I have to? I don't know. Do I have to say that I grabbed my sword?
I'll assume you have your sword.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to.
That's fine. That's fine. It's on your character sheet. We're good.
Okay. All right. Unless there's anything else you wanted to investigate.
Well, I'd rather not have my pants be all wet. So
Go ahead. What's your? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But what's your passive perception?
11.
11. You do not notice. However, you just make sure you don't act upon this. But I do want to share. You grab your sword, and the moment it enters your hand, kind of lights. Would you consider him an ally in this moment?
Yes.
You feel slightly more aware of your surroundings. Almost as if you can't be surprised. Your sword is a great sword of warning.
Oh, that is great. Okay. Okay. And do I get that vibe too?
Yeah, so
okay.
your great sword, it's on that sheet right there, down there at the bottom.
Okay.
You're coming into your memory here as you recognize you cannot be surprised by, you have advantage on initiative, etc.
Okay.
So that will come in handy when you sort of like is it Sting that has like the glow of like when orcs are arrived?
Yeah.
Yes, right. So in a similar fashion, but more internal, right? You become more aware, and then intrinsically, if your allies feel a similar boon.
What's the area effect of that? Is it just
30 feet?
Oh, okay. Oh, 30 feet. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. You're welcome.
Okay. Well, there's only one way we can get out of here, right?
I would assume so, although it didn't seem to be terribly apparent from where the fog is. Yes, there is a way out.
And that way is?
Left or right or straight?
Up.
Straight, right?
Yeah, I think
Straight.
I think straight.
Towards the big room, as I understand.
The big room is to your left. Yes, we're good.
Okay.
Towards the big room. No, I understand. Theater of the Mind's difficult.
I shifted my weight a little. I was looking the other way for a moment. So
You enter this space and you find yourself Hold on, I'm just reading really quick just to double check. Okay, cool. That is not important. I did a good job. All right, now. All right. Dark, low shapes. Thrust up out of the still, brackish water that fills this 50-foot square room. The ceiling of which is festooned with hanging chains that look like thick black web strands. A balcony is set into the north wall. It overlooks the room and has 2 large thrones atop it, with a red velvet curtain behind them. The ceiling is 17 feet above the surface of the water, which now is a little lower. You take a step down and it is 3 feet deep. You find yourself treading water, halfling man. I'm going to get your name. I'm going to crush it. It is Konak. And these dark, low shapes maneuver themselves in the water.
Duh.
all right.
The balcony is 7 feet above the water's surface, so you could potentially just do a hop step and grab it if you needed to potentially navigate up that way.
Okay. All right. But these are coming. I can't remember. You said they're coming from all sides or coming from one direction.
So yeah, you're in a what is that? What would that be? That would be a 50-foot wide room, right? I think I said. No, maybe I didn't. No, it's 50 feet wide and 50 feet the other way as well. And then, like I said, the ceiling is 17 feet above the surface of the water, which is 3 feet deep. So it is a 20-foot vertical space. And then otherwise, you just see like things maneuvering in the water. And then the balcony to your right, I guess, in this perspective, to the north.
Okay. All right.
Hey, tall man, I know we just met, but pick me up.
I thought you weren't interested in that.
Pick me up.
Fine, come here.
You pull him out, and he just the water comes with him a little bit.
Not for crying out loud.
And you're now sitting on a 7'5" man's shoulder.
I could get used to this. All right, go.
I'm sorry. I could toss you.
Oh, you wouldn't.
I wouldn't toss a dwarf.
He's a halfling.
I know. I would. I'm not making exception for him.
I see what you did there. All right. So, you just walk into the room. You notice very quickly that there are dark shapes in the water. There are racks, Iron Maiden stocks, other instruments of torture. However, you also see skeletons of their latest victims lying in them. Their jaws frozen open in silent screams.
We seem to have found be in the lair of a kinky amphibian of some kind.
Oh, they must like it weird down here.
Yeah. This is not my cup of tea. Yeah. Unless you want to stop and look at anything, I suggest we go. The only egress that I can see at this point, and I'm sure you can see it too because now your head's as high as mine, is the balcony.
Yeah. Can we reach that balcony? You might want to throw me.
Yeah, I might just give you a little toss there. So, yeah.
Talking to the microphone better. I'm just like I feel like it's a little low. It's my bad.
My bad.
You're good. It's like basically like the front square is
Okay.
the mic. Yeah.
Like right here.
Yeah, there it is.
Gotcha.
There he is. I'll turn you up a little bit. Cool.
Okay.
I was hearing you fine. I just want to make sure we're good. All right. So 6 is the number of zombies. They begin to grab your ankles.
Oh, these are the shapes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You didn't know they were those shapes, but now you do.
All right. Dead bodies down here. Oof.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. Guess what's about to happen?
Roll for initiative. Roll.
We're gonna assume you guys killed them all
Oh.
because they are in fact
Already dead.
zombies. But
Awesome.
I will say, what do we learn? What do we learn visually? What do we learn about this combat, about each of you and your combat abilities? Do we learn anything specific? Do we learn that you're especially talented with X, or are you able to do a backflip? Like, what's your, like in the midst of this combat with these corpses, do we learn anything new, or do you just swing wildly? And you know what I mean? Like, I want to know. I'm curious.
Unless you want to go first.
No, you got it, buddy.
Okay. I was gonna say just very very precise movements. The idea like the whole like swings in a giant arc and everything. I understand it's a big sword, but the fighting style is much more precise. It's much more strategic. So it's not just swinging wildly. It is actually thrusting. Pivoting the sword around. Pushing it. It's deft.
Yes.
Deft is my movement.
You're not just swinging a meat of a great sword. You're being particular with your Flameburge Zwyander.
You got the word.
I got you.
Yes. The sword and I are one.
Perfect. Anything about you?
I'm using pretty much every opportunity. So like whenever, any opportunity to use whatever's around me. So I'm like.
You grab the chain, swing a little bit, do some stuff like that.
Using the chains, going in for an attack and then ducking out, and trying to stay outside of like the battle and using him as like a focal point. So whenever he's on someone, I'm usually there to help in addition.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm going for like, psh, and then I go running over and then maybe like, psh,
Yeah.
So it's like a sort of tenacity based. Like combat, if that makes
Interesting.
sense.
So for a wizard, you're really up in it.
Yeah, but I'm a wizard, so
So you're just,
I gotta do what I gotta do.
I get it. That's a very interesting note. It's a very good way to die.
Yeah.
All right. Now you are in this space, and the zombies have been slain. These 6 of them, just quite quickly. I see no point in fighting zombies, but we learn that you're both talented at what you do, and you both learn a little bit about each other, and no wounds were met, so you're safe.
Nice. Well done. Just out of curiosity, was there any kind of synergy? Obviously, me being taller and being short, you hit him high, I hit him low, or is it an awkward?
I would say it's clunky. I would say it was clunky. He was doing the majority of the maneuvering. Right?
Okay. Yep,
you were just doing what you know how to do.
Yep.
And doing it well.
Absolutely.
And he was
also
hard to find.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
Right.
So I didn't really see much of what he did.
No.
Okay.
You just know that 4 of them died by your hand.
Okay. You might have helped out a little bit. I had to take them all down myself.
Well, if you weren't swinging that little clobber sword everywhere, I would have been able to help even more.
He can tell you how to pronounce that. Little clobber sword.
Zweiander, I think.
Zweiander.
I think that's right, because
Yeah.
Zweiander, and then
Derek Zweilander.
and then Flameburge, I think is what the other word, because that's the wavy one. Because otherwise,
okay.
the Zweiander just would be straight. The idea
Yeah.
is that there's the little like outward middle, and then there's the long beam, and then it goes to the what's the word I'm looking for? Cross guard. And so then it's you have that middle section to kind of pierce armor. That's what it's designed for. And then of course the Flameburge implies that it waves.
Okay. Nice.
You told me about it like a couple days ago, and I was like, all right, I got it.
Yeah, no, it's great. I just never put. It was all just a visual. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Awesome. I have a cool sword.
It's very cool.
You should be impressed, and it makes you aware.
Part of the reason,
Sure, you
part of
have
the
a
reason
big
why we didn't engage in such a combat is because even in that, like, sort of stepping back for a second, even in that moment, I can't surprise you, right? Like the majority of that combat would have taken place before you were aware. It would have grabbed your feet, pulled you down, tried to attack you. But in that moment, I can't say. I told you there are dark shapes in the water because you're unable to be surprised. Right, like comparatively, we wouldn't, like, if it was without you, we would have noticed a very strange and clunky situation. But with you and your amazing sword we're talking about now, genuinely you were not surprised. So that is something that has become, of course, a part of your character in that way.
Awesome.
But nonetheless, we are in a sort of large torture chamber of sorts, which, now that we understand it's a torture chamber, those seats become a little bit more interesting. That they sit on the balcony in 2 thrones and watch the torture chamber.
Oh, I thought you meant there was some device in the
Right?
chair.
No.
Okay.
It's like those seats are, maybe, from your perspective, I would say maybe you see a goblet on the chair, and you see that they are well-worn chairs.
Hey, throw me up there.
You sure you want to go up there?
Yeah, well, it should have hurt.
Okay, just watch where you sit. And 1, 2, punt.
2 large wooden thrones. Behind the thrones hang a red velvet curtain, 30 feet long, 10 feet high ceiling now, as you are up on this thing.
Okay, I am going to sit on one of the chairs, and I'm going to say, look at me! I'm the king! Yeah! All right. I want you to pick up those zombies you killed over there.
If you're done role-playing, can we actually get out of here? This is not a place for you to just park your posterior. What do you see up there? Anything? Is there an exit? Door?
There's a curtain, but,
What's behind the curtain?
oh, gosh. Don't ask me those kind of questions.
Use your little hands, grab the curtain, and pull it away. I want to know what's beyond the curtain.
Okay, I will go to the curtain, and I will stealthily peer through it.
This room is 30 feet square, 20-foot tall flat ceiling. A stone kind of a stone kind of cup holding this. I say cup. It's more like a big, large bowl, right? And it's burning, right? Fire within, a sort of like ashen heap inside, fiercely at the center of this room. But its tall white flame produces no heat. The rim is carved with 7 cup-shaped indentations spaced evenly around its circumference. Within each indentation is a spherical stone, twice the diameter of the human eyeball, and made of colored crystal. No 2 stones seem to be the same color from your quick glance. And then you close the curtain, and the rest of the room will be revealed should you enter it.
Okay.
So, what did you see?
There's like what looked to be a big old cup in there. I think it was on fire.
Huh. Interesting. No exit. No way out.
No. I just saw that thing.
How big is the cup?
Bigger than me.
Oh,
It's like 10 foot wide.
that's not saying much. Well then, I'm guessing you want to come down.
Yeah. I think I'll come down. Before I come down, I want to look at if there's anything of interest anything more of interest on the chairs or around the chairs.
No, there's nothing of the sort.
Wait, so we have 2 chairs on a balcony, and no way to get to them?
No, so basically he goes beyond the curtain and there's a room.
Oh, they're okay.
Right,
Okay.
Right, and then I just didn't finish the description because he didn't go all the way into the room.
And again, you said the balcony. You said is how tall?
It is currently 7 feet off the ground.
So in theory, I can see at least like floor level of this.
Yeah, you can like see the ground.
So I may not have seen it.
The
Okay,
curtain is kind of down and like on the floor, right? So like the curtain is like basically you step up on the balcony, it goes higher, right? There's a
Right.
more room, and then the curtain hangs from that. And so he went in and saw this large 10-foot bowl, right? It's a weird thing to describe, but it's sort of like, I guess it would be like described in the best way, like a weird fountain, right?
Okay.
But no fountain, just crystals, right?
So, but did I see the fact that there is something beyond, like a room beyond? Was I able
Yeah,
to see
he
that?
was able to pull the curtain, and I told you
Okay.
this electrical signal is definitely passing through all the torches in sync, right? So,
Right.
so you are seeing dim light in this whole space.
Okay. So, why'd you lie to me?
What? I didn't lie.
There's a room. There's another place to go. It's out of the water.
Look. You told me to pull back the curtain.
Yes.
I pulled back the curtain.
You did.
I saw what I saw,
Uh-huh.
and then I told you what it was.
Right, and then you said you wanted to come down. But the only way we're going to get out is through that area. Have you seen another exit here? Have you seen another way for us to...
All right, Mr. Big Brain. He's so big. Get over here. Get up here, and you look for yourself.
Oh, I think I will. So I, with my large and manly arms and hands, grab onto the balcony and do a... Okay, well, is there a railing on the balcony? I didn't mean to ask you that.
Yeah, there is.
How big is it?
You could, I mean, it's,
Like,
I would say it's maybe 2 feet.
2 feet.
So
Okay.
you could grab the railing and just,
Okay.
pull yourself up.
All right. I heave myself with relative ease up and over the balcony, which...
Done. Easy.
Awesome. Sweet. Okay.
For sure.
Just glad it held my weight. Okay. All right. Now I walk over to the curtain,
Yes.
cast a disparaging glance to my small companion, and I
It's a cool spell.
thrust it open. And I see the room. What?
You look within. You see the rest of this room. Overhead, a wood-framed hourglass as tall and wide as a dwarf hangs 10 feet above this large bowl, suspended from the ceiling by thick iron chains. All the sand is stuck in the upper portion of the hourglass, seemingly unable to run down into the bottom. Written in glowing script on the base of the hourglass is a verse in a language you speak, of course that being common. 2 9-foot-tall iron statues of knights on horseback, poised to charge with swords drawn, stand in deep alcoves facing each other. This bowl sits between them, right? So you have this 10-foot bowl with these little crystals in a circle around this thing. You have this hourglass above that, off the ground, 10 feet above that, and its sand is stuck in the top. Now, to the exactly 10 feet beyond that and 10 feet beyond that are these little alcoves. Within those are individuals looking like they are on horseback, poised to charge. One of them is reared up, the other one is down, and they are facing one another, and something is written on the hourglass. Would you like to read it?
Yes, I would.
I'm not going to make you roll for it. You're tall enough to just see it. You can just walk around. You don't have to like be awkward and try to get a good vantage point. It says this: cast a stone into the fire. A violet leads to the mountain spire. Orange to the castle's peak. Red if lore is what you seek. Green to where the coffins hide. Indigo to the master's bride. Blue to the ancient magic's womb. Yellow to the master's tomb.
Okay, I might have to reread that. Did any of that sound good to you? I'd like to stay away from tombs. And that was the only word I remember. Do you remember anything?
There was something about a bride.
Yeah, don't want that either. Women are nothing but trouble.
Oh,
Unless you seem to want to meet the bride of a place like this, who sat in one of those chairs and looked upon the sweltering cesspool of BDSM nonsense.
well, you know what they say, love has no bounds. But
That was a horrible, horrible pun.
well, guess what? So this I don't know if I read it, but I'm sure you
I
said
read it out loud. With a,
I like the color red, so maybe you should put that one in there.
I read red.
Red if lore is what you seek.
Lore is cool. Yeah. Let's go with the lore.
All right, sounds good to me.
He can't do it though, can I? Can he?
I mean, we're not gonna assume he's super tiny. He can do it. He can like jump up. He's pretty limber. He can just. Whoop.
Okay.
So you grab the stone set into the rim. It's in your hands, and
Okay.
what are you doing with it?
Tink into the fire or into the bowl or
The
whatever.
bowl. Yeah. Right. Because the hourglass is above the bowl.
Mhm.
We need to put this in the bowl, right? Is that? Oh no! Wait. Oh,
Yeah.
inscription one more time. Sorry. Just the beginning part.
Cast stone into the fire.
Okay. We're gonna
Yes.
throw it in the fire.
Yes.
Throw it in the fire.
You just
flick it.
this white flame goes, and red spirals,
Ooh.
and it kind of opens into a big O. You see within a sort of shimmer, and in red, almost as if it's like a monochromatic space within, a library on the other side.
Oh, good.
A library. If I want to know about lore, I would have gone to a library.
This thing is messing with us clearly.
Well, something's broken with it. Why don't you grab another one of the colors and put them in there?
Yeah. That seems like a good idea.
What's your favorite color?
green?
Well, let's put in green.
Hang on. I think that had to do with the bride. What's green again?
You notice as you're looking back now at the center of space that the hourglass is now falling.
Oh crap. Wait, the glasses or the sand is?
The sand, my bad. The
Okay,
hourglass
okay.
sand is falling.
All right, that's not
my
as
bad.
scary.
That's my bad.
That's not as scary. Okay.
Yes, and you were looking for green.
Yes.
Green to where the coffins hide.
No, we're not doing green. My favorite color is pearl, and it wasn't listed, so we'll go with what?
I don't see a pearl here.
No, of course not. What are the other colors? I'm sorry.
Violet, orange, red, green, indigo, blue, yellow.
Oh, good grief! There's a lot of them.
That's Roy G. Bitt.
I mean, do we want to tempt fate? Okay, I look around the room. Is there a doorway or anything? Is there? I know we've got a bunch of knights and everything pretty much facing us, right? If I'm not mistaken, statues, freaky looking things, all facing inwards at us. Is that in the enclaves? It's like you said. There's like little
The alcove thing with the guy
Yeah.
with the guys in there. Yeah.
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 So-
What about them?
No, I'm sorry. Are there actual doors anywhere, or is it just?
Yeah. Would you
those?
like to know if there are any other spaces in this room? Yes, of course. There are three stairwells at the opposite end of the room, each 10 feet wide, and they all go upward. One of them seems to go 2 floors up. One of them seems to go a half floor up, and the other one seems to go a different direction, a half a floor up.
It's nice they actually have half floors for folks like you.
Huh. Well, that's
It's like
at
a
least
handicap ramp.
at least they have accommodations for me. That's all I'm saying. I'm just upset that they don't have anything for you.
I don't need stairs.
Yeah, stairs are for grown-ups. Anyway, let's
I mean, did you want to throw something in there? I'm just concerned. The sand's coming down. I don't know what that means. That is not good. Do you want to linger, or do you want to?
let's go.
All right, let's get the heck out of here. We're gonna go for the staircase that's going
Left, middle, or
considerably up.
right?
Can't go wrong with left.
We'll go left.
All right, you're going up 2 floors, it seems. You're going up the largest stairwell that goes up 70 feet.
What's the matter, short stuff?
And we cut now to a dressed. We cut to a dressed Thomas, a individual who is wearing an outfit that would resemble that of Strahd von Zarovich, a large furred coat, yet still green, and his pants are his normal maroon, kind of purplish. And it seems that Strahd is remembered and cared as such. And you would like to go where?
Well, does there happen to be a cane anywhere? Like with a ball on the top?
Do you turn around and ask anyone that question?
Yeah, I'll ask.
Jeeves?
Yeah.
Harkus?
Harkus. Hey, Harkus.
Yes.
I've been thinking a lot
Yes,
about these.
yes, my lord.
Do you have any canes that are swords?
A sword cane?
Mm-hmm.
We can find you a sword cane.
I would like one.
I will get right on it, sir.
Thank
And he
you.
goes,
Thomas is like proud of himself. What do I see? I mean, I'm guessing I'm still in the hallway.
just where are you trying to go? That's the real question here. You want to go, I mean, it's a castle, right? So you have everything from servants' chambers to great entries to guest halls to dining
Where-
halls to libraries to
I know
bedrooms.
there somewhere is an organ.
Yes.
I want to go there.
You've been there before. You recognize it well. It is the dining room.
Oh, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go to the dining room. So if I remember to the dining room, I won't go there. I'll go to the library.
You're going to the library. Give me a second. There's so much navigation. This giant castle. All right, cool. I think I had it there. No, okay, cool. I'll open this in a new tab because you guys are in separate places now.
Now?
You go into this room. Let me see exactly where.
This is number 40, right?
I can't tell you.
I'm just kidding.
Gosh, where in the ham sandwich? It's like 25 is also on the same page as like 4, and I'm like, what is? Well, I like tried to study this thing. I really did. It was. Okay, I'll find it. And nonetheless, you find this study. You find this library space. A blazing hearth fire fills this room with rolling waves of red and amber light. The walls are lined with ancient books and tomes, their leather covers well oiled and preserved through careful use. All is in order here. The stone floor is concealed beneath a thick, luxurious rug. In the center of the room is a large, low table, waxed and polished to a mirrored finish. Even the poker in it stands next to the blazing fireplace, is polished. Large, overstuffed divans? What is that word? D-I-V-A-N-S. Divans? What does that mean? And couches are arranged about the room. 2 chairs of burgundy-colored wood with padded leather seats and back cushions face the hearth. A huge painting hangs over the mantelpiece in a heavy gilded frame. The rolling firelight illuminates the carefully rendered portrait. It is an exact likeness of Irina Kolyana. Wait a minute. For some strange and odd reason, Trife, you, as you are beginning to step up these stairs, notice the presence of an individual maneuvering themselves, this is not planned, through the red portal in the center of the bowl. You see a now 6'5", well-dressed individual moving into the room within the portal proper.
Oh, so as we were
Yeah, as you're
going,
because you can't be surprised.
Right.
The implication is that something on the back of your neck stands up. You
Yep.
just kind of feel this, and then you look back and you see someone moving inside of that portal.
Okay.
It happens to be the character that just entered the room.
I understand. Okay. Hold on, Konak. Hold. We have a visitor, or a visitor that we're visiting. There's a lot of visiting going on, but there's somebody behind us.
Where? Oh, where?
Do you see the big shimmering portal?
Okay. Oh yeah, there's a guy in there.
Yes.
Think we can throw something at him?
You and throwing, my goodness. We already threw. We did the throwing already. We're not throwing anymore.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Hello, portal man.
You hear nothing.
You think he heard me?
I don't know, man. Try it again.
I found it, guys. I found the room.
No, you don't need to try it again.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I don't know if he can hear us.
No. Do you come in peace? Son of a gun. Is the sand still falling?
Mm-hmm.
Son of a...
Well, let's just go. Let's go. We were
Up
gonna
the-
go up these stairs.
Up the stairs? You want to go up the stairs?
Yeah, let's
Let's
do
keep
it.
going up the stairs. Yeah,
Alright.
I don't think I want to meet anybody here. If he's coming through the portal, if he didn't come from where we came from, it's not a good person.
The final grain of sand hits the bottom, and as it kind of sways the hourglass, as the bottom of its weight just reaches its maximum potential, the whole thing rotates
Well, that wasn't so bad.
and holds there, and the portal in its center, a white flame appears once more. And that little red gem is just back where it was.
Huh.
And what has become of the man?
What man?
Son of a gun. Well, that's a spectacular
Good show. Good
trick.
show.
So there's no consequence to the sand falling.
Hmm.
Maybe we should chuck another rock in there.
Oh, go ahead. Be my guest.
Yeah, I didn't have to beg you, did I? All right.
This is awesome.
All right. We go back to the thing. I'm not going to ask you another. Was indigo one of them?
Yes.
I take up the indigo stone and I throw it into the. Okay, I throw it at him first.
These two are my favorite.
I love them. Oh my gosh. Put me in the middle of them forever.
That's great. Oh, man.
All right. So as if I'm going to throw it at him, but then I chuck it in the fire. No more out of you.
The process continues. You see within this indigo portal, this monochromatic space, you see almost a loft and belfry, right? Wooden stairs climbing 20 feet to this loft. You see now kind of these wooden stairs down to the side, almost as if you're getting this kind of bird's eye view of the corner of this space. This pitched roof and door in the center of the south wall. Unlit lantern hangs from the rafters, and a rope dangles from the bronze bell lodged in the belfry 30 feet overhead. The room is filled with the sound of, well, what sounds like a light orchestra, like individuals possibly practicing something. It's beautiful, yet incomplete. And it is enchanting, and it is adding a bit of much-needed warmth to, obviously, your otherwise freezing room you're in. And kind of a cot heap with furs resting in the northeast corner, empty wine bottles, a lamp burning. Just, you see a few people on the other end, and they seem to be playing instruments.
Is that a tavern?
With a bell?
Psh, I don't know. I've seen some crazy taverns in my time.
How old are you?
Wouldn't you like to know?
That's why I asked.
Yeah, I would like to know too. No, I'm just kidding. 30.
And you've seen a lot of taverns. Okay. Well, I have yet to see a tavern with a bell. I wonder if that's actually here?
Well, if the last one was a library, maybe it's here too.
The indigo poem said, "Indigo to the master's bride."
So he has a harem? There's indigo to the master's bride. So it's... Well, we don't want the master's bride. I already said women. We don't want master's bride. That's... The master can have the bride.
Yeah.
But we know the bride has something to do with a bell and a belfry and singing. We don't hear any singing, right?
You just hear orchestra.
I mean, but it's coming from the portal, but we don't actually hear. It's not like it's here, there, and then we're like, oh, but I hear it sounds like
No,
it's coming
you're
from
hearing
the
it coming from the portal.
portal. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
like it is a conical sound in your direction from the portal.
Okay. Okay. I touched the portal.
It's chilling. Difference in temperature
Okay.
on the other end.
But there's no sensation of me actually crossing any kind of...
No, like there's just it's sort of like Stick your hand out, just for me. That's what it feels like.
I'll let me do that again.
The only difference is a temperature change.
Okay. Okay, so there's no... So I'm not interacting with it really in any way that I can tell. It doesn't shimmer. It doesn't do anything. It might...
You're not breaking the portal. You're going through the portal.
It seems to be that way. Make an Arcana check.
Arcana?
It'd be your intelligence.
Oh, that's not good.
You're not dumb. You just don't know magic.
No. 16?
5.
Whoa, you're... Okay.
I'm a
Wow.
great wizard.
You're just like so preoccupied with this amazingness that you're able to think clearly finally and see within this portal and recognize that yes, it's a portal. You're able to travel through it. Your arm was going through the portal into the next room, hence the difference in temperature.
See, I feel like that was meta. I should have known that. Okay. All right. So we can go to the library, the biblioteca, or we can go to a belfry with singing people. I'm kind of curious to see what else there is.
Yeah, but there's alcohol in that one. I see some drinks.
Where did you see this?
I mean, I don't
Empty
know.
bottles of wine. I did say that.
Empty bottles of wine. Empty.
Oh.
Do you get drunk off of empty bottles of wine?
Well, where there's an empty bottle, there's bound to be more full ones.
You're 30, you say?
Yeah.
Huh.
If you really want to throw a rock in there, you can do it. But it has to be yellow or orange.
Why?
Those are the rules, buddy. Big. We don't have
Yellow
much
to
time.
the
Yellow.
Master's Tomb, orange to the castle's peak.
Wait, yellow to what?
To the Master's Tomb.
Master's Tomb. Other one to the peak. I'm going for yellow.
Yes.
Yellow.
Right choice.
Oh, wait, now, how does that work? If there's already a portal there...
How does it work? I know the answer to this question.
Okay. Well, if you throw the yellow rock into it while it's already there, it's just going to go through the portal and hit somebody in the head.
Oh.
Yeah, and we probably don't want to piss anybody there
Maybe
off.
we should do it.
Wait, the other portal closed.
Yeah, you see
After
the hourglass
yeah.
is beginning to lose its maximum portion at the top.
Oh, maybe we can throw a rock at that guy.
Wait, how do we summon him?
Throw the red one in. Throw the red one in.
I'm not going to... There's nobody there. It's a choir right now. We'd have to resummon that particular one if we wanted to throw a rock at a guy. All right, well, the
The
sand's
last
going...
grain falls.
Okay.
It turns around and you're back to what it was.
Okay. No, I like what you're saying though. We want to find that guy again because obviously, if we can go through it, but do we want to meet a perfect stranger in a place like this?
I met you.
Yes.
And
yes.
we're
It was
so
magical.
much friends.
Oh yes. Gosh darn it.
You just do it. You just do it.
What did you throw?
The red
The
one?
red one. The red one.
All right.
Oh, for crying out
all right. We cut back. We cut back to Thomas, who is now in this said library. And Thomas, you see around the room, it is just, like I said, books. And there is a fireplace to the... What direction is that? What is your compass? There we go. East part of this room. And to the west is a large kind of open space. I mean, you could explore if you want to, but particularly this library... let me just roll a d12.
12.
Interesting one.
9.
You walk over and you find one of the books on the wall, and you pull it down, grabbing. Your fingernails are a little long. Kind of pinch, you maybe nibble, snap a little bit. It stays long again. You pull the remainder of the book free, and the book kind of like leans on the other one, and you hold this like it's perfectly placed. Like you pulled it out, and the whole side just goes slightly to the side. It's all just immaculately positioned. And you pull it out, and the book is not titled. It is hand-bound. And you open it up. Now, you've read this handwriting before. you're quite familiar with
it's really hard.
Strahd.
It's really hard to read.
Strahd von Sarovich's difficult
It's
cursive.
really hard to read.
And give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Man, I'm just making you roll all kinds of things.
12.
This tome, how comfortable is Thomas with the heretical?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what that word means.
Heretic.
Heretic.
Bad.
Heretical, meaning
Going-
against God.
Yeah.
Probably not very well, although I don't know how much. I don't think his research for his Roland Lear's Knight would have led him down that path, although he did a lot of research about divinity for that. Probably not a ton.
This is divinity's antithesis. This is what you're staring at as you witness very quickly Strahd's handwriting and kind of off the wall storytelling. You know, it's very kind of you're following. The word is stream of consciousness. You're just reading his thinking almost journalistically. And finally you arrive at almost an instruction to himself, a reminder of sorts of how and why you would want to potentially summon devils.
Oh, I've read this book before. It's Pride and Prejudice. Put it back.
Ooh.
You push it to the side. It's a reference to earlier in our game.
Okay.
And you slide it in.
Yeah, sorry. That makes sense.
You're good. Would you like to continue investigating books?
So I will spend a short time investigating, but then looking particularly if I can find a score or two. But if I can't, then I'm going to try to go over by the fire to see if I can be warm.
Okay. Fine by me. I'm just going to double check to see where this portrait was. This rolling, it illuminates the portrait. Let me see here.
Oh, dude, I can't even.
Yeah,
read
dude, I
that.
love that. Cool.
I can't even read that.
I know it's the worst one to read, but
You see above the fireplace this portrait, and you're looking up at this portrait. Let me just tell you guys, this face is within two feet now.
Wait.
You now
did I find a score?
Hold on.
Okay.
They are you guys are looking at Thomas. Like Thomas is looking up at you. It almost seems that he's making eye contact with you, as if he may even see you. But it seems that he's looking at you like, whether it be admiring your beauty or taking in you as someone he recognizes. He's looking in your direction nonetheless, as you now see within this portal, this 6'5" being, man, pale skin, pulled back, blackish hair, strong brow, and well dressed.
But he is ours. Like he's not out of proportion though, right?
He's
It's not
looking
like-
up, and you're looking down at him, but he's not out of proportion. No.
Okay, so
You're just
he's-
like looking in a mirror, right? You know, that kind of a size difference.
He's looking up. We're looking down.
I call that a
Yes,
sitting
right.
duck.
Like you're looking downward on the scene
So we could leap into.
into him. Yes, like onto his body,
All right.
or chuck a rock at him.
I was just about to say, but I don't want to chuck it at him. I just want to chuck it, just see what happens to the rock when we throw it in the portal. So go for it, little fellow.
What are you chucking in there?
A dagger.
No, I'll say like the blue stone.
Okay.
The green one. We don't want the white.
Okay, the green one.
There we go. There we go.
You take the green one. Are you trying to hit him?
Oh yeah.
What
Dude, I'm
the-
trying
Roll
to
to
get it right
hit.
in the
Roll to
frickin'
hit.
forehead.
Yeah.
Roll to
For
hit.
goodness sakes.
17. plus I'd say, I think it's 23. Or no.
I don't think you'd add your proficient. You're proficient throwing
And
rocks.
he's not proficient in
Well,
improvised
no,
weapons.
I'm not
So it
throwing
should just be
rocks. So
plus
just
that.
okay, 20.
Right in the forehead,
What?
and then you look on the ground. Ting, 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 ting. It's a little green gemstone.
Your aim was a little off.
You see that? I freaking nailed him, dude.
I'll throw it back.
Hits Irina's painting and just falls down.
Oh no. Does it hurt the painting?
No.
Okay.
Was this a one way?
Make an investigation check, Thomas. Yes.
4.
He's not seeing you in the portal. He's not seeing that.
Oh.
You guys are just seeing him. 4?
Interesting.
Wow, you're amazing. You see absolutely
Two more
nothing
than
special. Nothing special.
Well, Am I being warmed by the fire?
Yes.
Oh, I am?
No.
Oh. I will... Has my cane showed up?
Hold on.
I just am asking.
Hold on. No.
No? That's
No,
the answer
not
that
yet.
that's okay.
So what are you guys doing?
Hello?
You hear him say, hello?
Hello. Hello.
This didn't work last time, man. You got a thick skull.
How about I throw you in now?
Oh, no.
No.
Sorry.
You sure?
As much as I like things being thrown into the air.
Do you want to be one with the rock?
No.
All right. Can I poke my head in?
Yeah.
I'm gonna poke my head in.
Coming from Tatiana's visage is a head. Its shoulders appearing, its face Goliath, tattoos across its face, its eyes white. Looks at you and you see him, and you now go basically whatever you do.
I'll just jump back. Do I have any weapons on me at all?
Instinctively,
dagger.
your claws extend.
Hello.
Hi?
Where are you? That was a dumb question. I apologize. Retracted.
Right here?
Yes. You look creepy as hell. Do you know a way to get out of here? Out of this area? That
Yes?
okay? Which way is it? I don't even know where you are. I pull my head back out. There's a man on the other side.
There's a man on the other side.
Yes, a freaky looking man. The hourglass is
Yep,
going.
I'm just continuing to remind you.
Okay. Write him a note. Do we have a note?
I can talk to him. He can hear me. If you put your head through. You want to put your head through?
Tell him we're in the dungeon.
Oh, right. Good call. Put my head back through. Hey, we're in the dungeon, and we are trying to get out. And don't take one step closer, or I will lop your hands off. Hi.
What did you?
Hello.
Hey, I'm gonna tap you on your back.
I'll just nod. And, okay. And I'll take a small step forward and then take a little step back.
Sorry, I cut the music, my bad. Yeah, so you just like, what do you just take a step forward?
Yeah, I'm basically like fainting at him as he says, don't take another step forward.
Do you are you just making a mockery of him, or are you just actually trying to lead him to do something?
Well, I'm really just being silly.
Yeah.
Don't take a step forward or I'll lop your hands off. It's like, oh. It's like, don't
Oh,
touch
great.
me.
I got a jackass behind me and a jackass in front of me. Why? Fates, deities of all kinds. You said you were going to...
Why are you in the dungeon?
Tell him we found ourselves here.
We were on a search to find ourselves, and we found
Why
ourselves
don't
in a
you
dungeon.
just come here?
Because I don't trust you. You look like you are a denizen of this place, and we're trying to leave, and I'm guessing you probably don't want us to
We
leave.
can have a conversation.
We're having a conversation now.
I promise I'm not going to do anything to hurt you.
That's
Hey,
exactly what a vampire
You
would
might want to pull your neck back. You might.
Oh.
The sand.
do. One moment, please.
There's
I ran out of
there's
minutes.
no green gem. It's missing.
Ran out of
See?
minutes.
That's what happens
It's
when
on
you
the
chuck
ground.
rocks without thinking.
Well.
All right, so there's a man...
Make a note of that.
There's a thing on the other side of this portal. He is unsavory.
You didn't roll the insight check me, pal. You don't know.
We don't do
I'm
that
just
against
kidding.
players, homie.
I'm just kidding.
Pointy ears. Pointy ears.
What did I mean, 'cause I saw him.
He has pointy ears.
Pointy ears.
I
And
didn't know
big,
that.
top, pointy teeth.
A vampire.
That sucks.
Wait, check my teeth.
No, they're not pretty, but they're also not pointy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Breath on the other hand.
wait, what about you?
No,
okay,
he's good.
no, you're good. Okay.
I've got a mouthful of wisdom teeth.
A lot of wisdom, huh?
Yes,
All
no,
right.
just no intelligence. All right, so it is a vampire on the other side, and I'm guessing he either owns this place or he knows somebody who does. He invited us up. Well, he invited me. I'm not sure about you, but
Well, maybe we. I mean, if he did invite. You know, it's weird how he invited you there. Most vampires want you to invite them over here. Maybe we should do that. No,
That could
forget
be what it
about
is.
it. Forget about it. Let's.
huh?
We can talk to him some more.
Sorry, that's a thing that I remembered that Thomas can't do. Can't walk into thresholds without being invited.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's brutal.
Mm-hmm.
wow. Okay, yeah. So obviously we're gonna have to come to him. Do you understand though that this is a danger? This is not your pal who bulldozed over you getting out of the cell. By the way,
Well, you told me to do that, but you're correct. You're correct.
so
what
I
is your
really want to throw you in.
fine?
Ready?
Let's do it.
All right.
There's currently a white flame. I'm assuming you take the red. You'd make it red, and then you. Yep.
Back.
And it is open.
All right. You need a safe word, especially in a place like this. Although I can't. Actually, I don't know that he can't hear us, so I just can assume that you can see through the other side.
Well,
so-
you've experimented, and I haven't answered you from
Right.
you shouting in, so you might know that I can't hear you.
Yeah, either
That wouldn't
or
be
you're
a
jerk.
bad jump to make.
Right, that's true. That's
So
very
as soon
true.
as I cross the threshold, I won't be able to hear you.
That's true. And I won't be able to hear you. Oh, no, I will be able to hear you. Oh, okay, this is not a good plan at all. Let's switch that around. How about you He already knows that I'm here. I'm going to go in. Give me 2 minutes and follow me. Well, no, wait. How long do we have observed that this has gone on for?
60 seconds.
All right.
Is the
Wait, 61
approximate.
seconds. I'm kidding, of course. Give me 30 seconds and then quietly tumble through or somersault or
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
you do.
Oh, I can do that easy.
Okay, good. That way, if I'm in any kind of peril that I can't handle, you may be able to shriek for help or...
I can do more than a shriek.
Oh, excellent.
I've got some very good lungs.
That's
But
good. to know.
anyway,
Okay,
anyway.
all right. So I am going to go through the portal head first. Stay. I need you to clear away from the portal, sir.
I'm sitting at the table.
Okay, you sit down at the table.
All right. Good. All right. I'm coming through. No sudden movements, and I don't know what the heck I'm going to end up doing to get through here. So I step through.
You just dive in. I'm assuming you tuck and roll and get up, sword drawn, ready for everything.
That sounds like something I would do.
And there you are.
Okay.
Thomas, you see him, hear him. He is large, in charge, and in the room.
The largest individual other than Strahd I've seen here.
He is not taller than Strahd, obviously, but he is very large.
Isek.
Isek is dwarfed by this guy. Isek is like
Oh, wow.
6'5", 6'6". You're about as tall as Isek right now.
Duncan and Shiv are just.
Duncan and Shiv are just freaks. They're just
Wow.
tall.
All right. All right. Why are we here? Why am I here?
I don't know. I don't know why I'm here. I mean, I do, but like.
Are you messing with me right now?
No.
What do you mean you don't know
I
why you're
don't.
here?
I don't own this castle.
But you're a vampire.
You want to sit down and have a conversation about it?
With a vampire.
Which is a new thing for me, so that you know.
All right, there has to be some kind of way to establish a trust here because every instinct I have is not to trust somebody with pointy teeth and
Well,
pointy ears.
Let me.
You go in.
That was not 30 seconds.
Actually was exactly 30 seconds.
I stand corrected. I stand tall and corrected.
And you are in the room.
Okay.
I'm going to. Take my. Do I have my ring on?
Yeah. It's
Um,
it's cracked.
Can I try to? Does it move? Does it come on and off easily?
You see now on your hand, it is the veins from that central location are blue.
Well, I would give you my ring to let you have something important to me. If there's something that you see on me that looks important to me that you want to hold so that I will be truthful to you.
I mean, if you had a cane sword or something like that, I would certainly take that. But seeing as how you don't have one,
I know.
You know what? Your effort. Well, first of all, do you have anything to say?
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Well,
Konak's in the room.
hey, guys.
There's a second one of you.
Yes, there's two of us. We escaped from the dungeon just recently. Your efforts to establish trust have at least given me an indication that this is something that should be done. I don't want to sit down because I don't want to be here any longer than I need to.
Believe
and City's
me,
uncomfortable.
I don't want to be here any longer than you do either.
So do you not know where the exit is?
Not entirely. I have been here once before.
Okay.
Well, let's put all our cards on the table. My name is Thomas.
Okay.
I traveled here to Barovia for an audition for an opera.
Ah, opera. Excellent.
Yes. A lot of stuff went down. In order to keep my friends safe, I sacrificed my life to Strahd von Sarovich,
Who's Strahd?
the guy that owns this place.
The king.
Is he also a vampire?
He's the big bad vampire guy. Yeah. Real
Okay.
scary. Like taller than you,
Huh.
real fast, real
Totally.
strong.
And where's Strahd now?
I don't think he's here.
Are you his plaything? Why are you here if you don't want to be here?
I'm keeping my friends safe.
So you can't leave.
I don't think I can leave.
Physically, you can leave.
I haven't tried. I've been here for... I woke up 25 minutes ago.
Okay, so about the time that we did. Coincidence.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Who are you?
I am Trife Delore.
Trife. And you?
Konak.
Well, I
And-
can say that you are the second best sight for sore eyes I could have imagined.
Well, I am the most handsome one here, so I
Who
understand.
was the first?
Oh, of course. I miss my friends. It was very hard for me to do what I did. And if they were here, that would be the best sight for sore eyes.
Wouldn't that mean that they're in imminent danger despite your
Of
sacrifice?
course. Of course they would be in imminent danger. Doesn't mean I wouldn't love to see them here to help me defeat Strahd and get out.
So that your purpose here is to defeat Strahd, not serve him.
Well, their purpose
Mm-hmm.
is that my purpose is to keep them safe.
And you see a small little butler man walk in the room.
Is he shorter than this guy?
No, he's
I didn't think so.
5'6".
Towers over this little fellow.
Thank you.
He walks in and he presents to you a sword cane. Upon the top
Who
would
mark?
be an open,
Harkus.
yes, Harkus,
Harkus.
with open bat wings and then like a little bat head, kind of like on the top, right? And then you like grab the top of it.
Well, who's this guy?
Rapier?
You basically just go rapier,
Bet.
and then you just put it back. It's a big pointy stick, metal stick.
Well,
I fit the part even more. You don't understand. You've never met Strahd, which I hope to everything you never do. You want to get out? I want to get out.
Uh-huh. But you can't.
Hey, Harkus,
Yes, my lord.
when is the master returning?
Yes, our master will be returning. Well, he has not left.
He's here?
Son of a...
When does he leave? Well, you said he had a
Yes, he has an appointment in a few days.
few days.
You know him; he likes to prepare.
Of course. And everyone else?
Everyone is doing their business as usual. We run a tight operation, and well, you're the only one without a job right now.
Well, I was actually on my way, believe it or not. I'm going to try to find... I don't want to see a bunch of people in the dining room. I want to go sing. So I'm here. That's my purpose.
You've made quick work of these two. I'm surprised you are able to make a Thrall so fast.
Thrall?
What are you talking about?
Of course.
My name is
Harkus.
Trife.
I understand.
Trife.
Trife?
Trife.
Stop talking.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Me?
Yes.
Disadvantage. I rolled a 6 and an 8. 21.
Wait, what?
Good work.
How did that happen?
I have an ability that says if I roll a persuasion check, if it's a 10 or lower, I treat it as a 10. And I have a
nice.
plus 11.
Oh, cool. Wow.
So he goes, yes, your Thrall is named Thrife.
Trife, Konak, and they are my
Or-
thrall.
or thralls.
You will not speak of this
Yes.
to anyone.
Yes, my lord.
Are you my personal dude?
I report to Strahd and you.
Okay, cool. Where is he at right now?
I am not omniscient.
That's a good point.
He kind of knew where you were.
Yeah, I told him.
Oh, you told him?
I did.
I don't remember.
Did I? I told. Let's pretend I told him.
Sure.
Okay.
That's how we knew I was here, right?
Okay.
You don't know.
Yeah, I told him.
Okay.
I told him.
This is not one of the good guys.
This is not an apparent bad guy.
I'm right here.
If I promise you, if you did the thing that I think you want to do with the giant thing you're holding right now, you would die
And your
in
sword.
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Nobody got the joke. Just me.
He said
15 at the most 15 minutes.
Why would it take so long?
Well, because word would have to travel, and Strahd would be like, "Where's Harkus?" And he's not here, and then he'd zip around the castle. He'd find you, and you'd be dead.
So he would not kill me, but
No, Strahd would.
Strahd would.
Maybe we should have stayed in the dungeon.
You probably should have.
No, what's in the dungeon? There's nothing to do in the dungeon. I was bored.
How did you get here?
Appreciate
We
that.
came.
What
Oh.
was there?
There was a. Well, should we be speaking in front of him?
Harkus,
I mean, as your thrall.
you are dismissed. Oh wait. Where can I go to sing
You may sing anywhere. That is why you are here.
with music?
Well, the dining hall houses the organ. But if you are looking for something else, we are beginning to build the beginnings of the stage in the main space upon the entryway. However, we also have our church at the back, in the main floor. Where would you think would be best? Would you like to perform the show upon a balcony or in our space meant for worship?
Let's first go to somewhere a little more private. So not the entryway.
Can you tell him to get us some drinks?
Oh, for.
Well, do you have any wine?
Yes.
Can you get 3 glasses, please?
Are you looking for our finest wines or something more for a warm-up?
No,
Yeah.
give him all the wine you can in an
The
empty
warm-up.
wine bottle.
A warm up, please. 3 glasses. Okay.
Would you focus? You want to sing? We need to leave. We are trying to exit. How is singing going to help
You are
anything?
not going to exit with him in the building.
The man wants to put on a show. Let him put on a show.
You're not going to leave with him in the building. He knows everything that goes on in this building.
So
I
he
don't
lied to you about
course
not
he did.
knowing where the Strahd is.
Not him. Strahd knows everything.
So he knows we're here.
My guess is he's the reason you're here.
And we've been allowed to get out of the dungeon?
That I wouldn't say.
Do we have any self-determination whatsoever? Is our destiny laid out for us, or can we choose our own
Well,
path?
if you wait until he leaves, there's a lot more likely chance that you can get out
He said he's leaving in a week.
in a few days.
That's too long. What am I going to do in here for 2 days?
Well, hide and survive.
You're all a little hungry, probably.
Okay, well,
You're all a little hungry.
If you, excuse me, if you pretend you're my thrall
yes.
and I prove to the Count that I can, quote, control you, then maybe you could pass if you saw him, but my best bet would be to hide.
So we were brought here. He doesn't know that we're not in the dungeon. So hiding is not completely, it sounds like hiding would be useless. He knows where we are at all times.
That I'm not so sure about.
Oh, for
I
crying out loud.
I don't know how powerful he is in this place. To be 100% honest with you, he is more powerful in this single place than anything I have ever encountered. I do not know the limits or the extensions of his power.
So, Trife, you have this particular ability that when you stare at an individual for a minute, you're able to conclude several things about them. I've written it down.
Oh.
It is one of your abilities at 7th level. It'll be on the left side or right side of your character sheet. It'll be when it says 7. Basically, you stare at someone for a minute, and then you can learn any of those things that you want to. You can learn their hit points, you can learn their strength score, their dexterity score, and anything else that is listed there. So if you really spent a minute staring at your foe and really taking them in, you could determine any of those things, depending on how useful that might be to you.
Okay, and it's from their essence, not from... It's from them physically. It's not a picture or something. It's
You
not,
would have to actually see them moving. It's sort of like if you imagine, like,
It's
you
this
know...
right here if you'd like to read it.
Yeah, like if you imagine like an animal, a game master almost looking at an animal and determining its weak foot, something of that nature.
Okay. Okay, and that doesn't cost me...
That costs you nothing to do other than spending a minute with them, which can be difficult in certain context.
Okay. I want to try this out. If we can just have you not sing for one moment, look into my eyes.
Well, I don't think... Is it... We could just have this... You've spent a minute with me already.
Yeah, so what do you want to know about him?
It's in comparison to you.
Okay.
Equal, superior, or inferior to two of these things. So you can pick two of those, and you get to ask.
Oh, God, a la carte. Okay, let's see. Okay, so just really quick, what's the difference between total class versus fighter class?
So basically, like, the idea of, like, if they have... It's interesting, because total class levels would be like, let's pretend... So for Thomas, for example, is rogue and bard, right? So you would learn that he is 7th level, whatever that means. You don't know his level particular, what he is, right? But if he was a fighter, you would learn that he has 3 levels of fighter. Like, he doesn't have any fighter levels, but if he did say have 3 levels of fighter, you would learn that he has 3 levels of fighter, and then the rest are whatever, right? So you could just determine if they're good at fighting. That's the idea, right?
Okay. So yeah, I would like to know strength and total class level, I guess.
So I guess you want me to answer?
I mean, you can just tell him.
My strength is inferior to yours.
Excellent.
And my class level is equal to yours.
Okay. All right. So we would. All right. So you're not like this guy then. You've got a little fartitude. Okay. You say he's the strongest that he can be in this place.
Yes.
And when I say I want to leave this place, which in theory would put him in a place where he's not as strong, you're saying that's a bad idea.
While he's here, I think it's a bad idea. I don't know anything. I'm not the most intelligent man, and I've been here for less than a day. But my gut says, and my gut's right a lot, that to leave with him here is a not good idea.
Maybe we should listen to him.
But I'm starving.
You just want wine. Yeah, I want food too.
Do
Wait
you
a
both
second.
trust me enough to keep you alive?
Well,
does that mean what I think it means?
well, what do you think it means?
What do you think it means?
Are you gonna suck my blood?
No,
Are you?
I'm going to take you to the dining hall to get food, and you are going to be my thrall.
What does that entail? Gosh,
Pretend like you're under my control.
Okay, one rule. No other vampire can take us.
Of course not. You're my thrall.
Okay.
that's your only rule? He can do whatever he wants to you, just nobody else.
Yeah.
I have a no touchy policy.
Believe me, that is the furthest thing from my interests.
You don't have urges. You don't have instincts with your fangs.
I'm okay right now.
I saw him twitch.
Yeah.
We must go. I need food. And I will start walking
All right.
out and towards the Great Hall.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my best Thrall impression.
All right. So you are navigating this location. You head. I'll assume you know this room, how to get here at least. So You take a side doorway and you pass by. Man, this is gonna be fun. Everything kind of matters in this darn place. I'll just tell you for fun, just so you know. There's 90 rooms in this place.
And we've seen 3.
I mean, it's just silly. I see no reason for it.
But it's Castle Ravenloft.
Dark alcoves line the walls of this long hall on your way to the stairwell. The ceiling has fallen here, leaving rubble strewn across the floor. Overhead, the beams of Ravenloft's roof are exposed. Lightning from the dark clouds above sporadically illuminate the hall, lighting the faces of life-size human statues in the alcove. Each visage is frozen in terror. 10 statues.
It's dark in here? Dark enough that, like, I have to, like, squint even if I have dark vision, I have to, like, squint a little bit?
You see pretty well, but yeah, it's just dark vision.
4 balls of light extend from my hand and light the hallway as we walk.
You see the faces of the statues are actually stoic and expressionless. As the lightning flashes, the expressions change to utter horror, and the hall goes dark again.
Even with my light?
No, your lights are reducing the nearby ones.
I thought you went, and I was like, they're alive!
No.
I got scared.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm not that hungry.
Follow me?
So, what was that little trick you just did there?
The lights?
Yeah.
Oh, I can move them, and they start to spin slowly.
You might have to teach me that trick.
No magic. Knock the magic off. If you know what's good for you,
No magic.
no magic.
You'll just have to do it behind his back.
Sorry, what was that?
You'll just have to do it behind his back. I'm messaging him.
Oh, he does a little finger twirl and then he kind of
I look
mouths
at
some
him.
words. Yeah.
I'm going to say,
Oh man, I got past you.
I'm going to say in Thieves' Cant,
Ooh.
back at you, just in an attempt. Understood, but it takes 4 times longer to say
Thomas
that.
begins to utter complete jargon. He begins to tell him a story of a rubber ducky that he once found on a windowsill, and how the rubber ducky was, of course, given to him by his late uncle's aunt, who, of course, is met with much antagonistic behavior because of her, bowel problems. But, of course, what he really says is...
I understand. That's weird. We'll figure it out.
Are you trying to make me lose my appetite? What's all this talk about bowels?
No, I apologize. Let's go. I'm hungry also.
Vampires and your weird ways.
Don't call me that word, please.
Oh, you might have hit a chord.
I'm just.
Hit a chord.
I'm not used to it yet.
Well, are you planning to get used to it?
I think I have to, but it's whatever, and I'll keep walking.
Yeah, you begin to walk, and, you would expect, of course, the floor to make a sound, the stone floor. You two make that sound. Thomas does not.
When I notice that, is there a solid wall next to me?
Yeah, you're you see these alcoves for the statues, and then between them is a wall, and you're on your way to a downward stairwell.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I've always wanted to try this. And I'll run at the wall and try to jump and run up the side.
Yeah, like Spider-Man, you just run up the wall.
Oh!
What in the heck?
Wow. Is that magic?
No, I think this is one of the few blessings I might have received.
And it's not like Spider-Man in the sense that where he's all his limbs are out. It's like the sense where he's now standing horizontally.
That's magic.
Promise it's not.
Looks like
You want to see magic?
No.
I'll use mage. I'll use my I'll use. Oh wait, that's a spell? I don't want to do that. What's my cantrips?
I don't want to waste spell slots.
Are there torches in here?
No.
Oh wait,
There are light bulbs
are you?
that flicker.
Oh, I'll just make a little rubber ducky appear in my hand.
There it is.
Well, that makes it a great story now.
Okay, let's go, and I'll jump off the wall.
Okay, jump off the wall. Now, I will ask you this question. Do you want to double back to the spiral staircase that basically has a 20-foot hole in the center as it goes around this large tubular space? Or do you want to go down 40 feet in an interior kind of square-esque spiral staircase?
Interior.
You're going down the spooky, not spooky, but like just the tighter way.
Yeah.
All right, to map 4.
It's enough room for me.
Yeah, a little cramped over here. And this is your first time going through here?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
So you have no idea where we're going? Well, we're
Well, I have an idea of where we're headed.
okay.
We are headed to the dining hall.
Oh, okay, cool. Got it. So you head downward and you see to your left is a hallway nope, I lied. Nope. Just to your right is a space and there's a doorway on your right, but otherwise it is just an enclosed room. Otherwise there's just one doorway in the space.
After you.
Do I know the direction of the Great Hall from here?
I mean, from here?
No.
No, you're kind of lost now.
Great. Do I remember where I got lost?
Yeah, you can go back up the stairs or you can see if there's any secret doors.
I'll go see if there are any secret doors.
Go ahead and make investigation checks. Everybody can.
Oh, sweet.
What is that going to...
Dirty 20.
That's a good roll.
What is it?
Oh, nope. It was cocked. 11.
11.
What does this tie into?
Intelligence.
Intelligence,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. 17.
And you roll really well.
18.
18?
11.
11. Yes. Let me just describe this room a little bit better. This dark hall is concealed here. As you kind of head downward here, you're surprised you even found it. However, oak paneling decorates the walls to a height of 4 feet. Mounted on the east wall above the wood paneling are 3... I'm going to make sure I'm doing this right, because it just seems... Yeah, that's right. Wood paneling that are 3 unlit lamps, these light switches, that are spaced 10 feet apart. A plain wooden door is set into the west wall, and light seeps through its cracks. A staircase at the north ends the west wall, ascending into darkness. Now that you've investigated, you see that on the far end of both of these spaces are, in fact, secret doors. Like the type that, like, push and rotate.
Neat.
So there's the
What's
regular
in
doorway.
the light? Can I peek into the door with the lighted room?
You want to peek into the doorway. Just gotta get the number. Yeah, you can. You see oil lamps are illuminating this large rectangular chamber with oak paneling walls. Stained yellow lace hangs neatly from 8 canopied beds. The figure of a woman moves lithely about the room, dusting furniture and humming quietly. Around her pale, slender neck is a gold necklace with a ruby pendant.
Left to right.
Can't go wrong with left.
Yeah, so I hear.
We're going right.
Oh, I love it.
What? You can't just...
Pipe
It's a
down, Thrall.
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 You have
Thrall.
nothing to say.
You're
We
Thrall.
are at equal level. Just because I'm this small and you're
I was
that
first.
big.
I was first.
No.
I'm the first Thrall.
No.
Oh, man.
Wonderful. All right, now, so which way are we going, boys?
Right. Secret door.
All right, great. Into K26. They're all named in just dumb letters. All right. I got to read the backwards way because you guys are going all kinds of ways. Cool.
Oh, I was like, what are you asking for?
The doors open. You see a set of double doors 10 feet ahead. Between these doors, 10-foot wide corridor stretches north to the south. At each end of the hall, floating in the darkness is a human skeleton clad in the rusted armor and tattering livery of castle guard. These floating skeletons are hanging from pegs on the north and south walls.
I will walk confidently to the double doors. This is it.
Yeah, there are double doors on your right and your left.
Left.
You go left.
You're welcome.
This 20-foot high hall has dark vaulted ceilings draped with cobwebs. A low moan seems to travel the length of the corridor
Close
as
the
it
door.
rises and falls, atoning sadness and despair. The moaning is only the wind.
Oh, time to the mono went. We're going right. Sorry. Cognac.
You want to go right instead?
What's your name? Cognac? Cognac. With a G. It's the urine alcohol.
Oh, yeah, I do drink.
That makes sense.
He
So you're
does.
going
To the
back-
right.
Okay, to the right.
To
Take
the
it
right.
back now,
Sorry, I'm
y'all.
yelling into the microphone.
One hop this time. Right foot. Let's stop. All right. Dim light from the courtyard falls into this great hall through the broken glass and iron latticework of a large window in the west wall. This immense room is a place of chilly... You basically are looking at the open glassway. This immense room is a place of chilly, brooding darkness. Empty iron sconces dot the walls. Hundreds of dust-laden cobwebs drape the hall, hiding the ceiling from view. Directly across from the window stands a set of double doors in the east wall. Further south, a single door also leads from the east wall, and staircases at both ends of the north wall lead down. At the far southern end of the hall is a large wooden throne standing atop a marble dais. The high-backed throne faces south away from most of the room. So literally, you have a throne facing the wall to your left on a dais, and then to your right is a wall that goes two stairwells at one end of the room, the other end of the corner, and then a broken stained glass literally when you walk in straight ahead of you. Otherwise, it's a relatively
And that's
empty
two
chamber.
outside.
Yeah, that seems
Is
to
there
be
a door
outside.
underneath? I'm sorry. I made the Amadeus joke and lost you in here.
You came in through a double doors. Immediately to your right is a downward stairwell.
Great.
20 feet ahead of you is a corner, a stained glass window directly into that corner, but to the right there is a downward staircase. To your left, about 40 feet to your left, then 10 feet that way is a dais, and on that dais is a throne facing a blank wall.
Amazing description. I apologize for making the Amadeus joke while you were reading it the first time. I will go right. Thrall, 1.
Yes.
Trike. What's your name?
Oh, I shall smite you.
Do it.
Trife.
Trife. I apologize, Trife. I don't often meet new people. I had the same 2 friends for 12 days.
I'm hangry.
I don't know how long it was.
I'm very hangry.
Remember? Who's smart? None of us. Great. You.
He kept saying go left.
Right now, remember exactly the path that we take.
I'll try my best, bud.
You also remember because I trust you more than him. We'll go straight right away from the window.
Wait. Oh. Why is the throne facing a wall?
Don't ask me, bro. He's scary as heck.
Could there be something? Could that be where he's hiding the kitchen?
I like that
Probably not.
idea.
Nope. To the right.
To the right. To the right.
Hey.
You're just gonna
And
listen
I'm
to
gonna
him?
whisper I'm gonna pretend to whisper in real life. I'm gonna whisper in Trife. The S.
Don't trifle with him. Does that help you?
Yeah, I mean it won't, but Trife. Whisper in Trife's ear. I think the way out is here, but I'm starving. And I'll keep walking right.
Well, then I guess I'm starving too.
All right.
I follow you.
I guess I will too.
Man, they do not make this easy.
You kidding me? I thought I knew the way to the I thought I knew the way to the dining room, folks. Turns out.
Of all the vampires, I had to be a thrall to the guy who can't get his way around a
Oh, they're
doggone
so
house.
helpful. They give me like a little map. All right. So you go down, and then immediately to your right is a downward stairwell that goes down even more, 30 feet down. So basically you went down 20 feet, down 30 more feet into a basic space. Now you see 4 columns. You've been here before, Thomas. You finally recognize where you are. And you are in a great entry. Cobwebs stretch between the columns that support the vaulted ceilings of a great dusty hall dimly lit by sputtering torches in the iron sconces. The torches cast odd shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles squatting motionlessly on the rim of dome ceiling. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by decay. Double doors of bronze stand close to the east. To the north, a wide staircase climbs into darkness. A lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors through which you would have heard majestic organ tones. Thomas, you recognized that before. The dining hall, I guess from your perspective as you just walked downstairs, would be straight across all 4 of these and then immediately to your right. Or there's a double doorway that you recognize to be the way out, which is immediately to your right, double doors, and then to your left would be the way to potentially the staging area of the potential play.
I will walk to the dining hall.
Okay.
But I will remember where I am. Me telling you because Joey will not remember.
Make a survival check then,
Okay.
if you want to put it in my hands.
Okay, I'll make a survival check. I'll do that. I like that.
It's a way to go.
You could leave
16.
the castle if you wanted to go immediately right to the double doors, or you could continue to go straight 15 feet beyond that, and there's a set of double doors into the dining hall.
16.
16. Okay. Yeah, you're basically like in a guest hall kind of space, which a guest, when this is like hall, it just means there's like no, I don't know, it's not really a hallway. Torchlight, electrical light flutters against the walls of this vaulted hall. To the east, an arched hallway stretches for 20 feet, ending in a spiral staircase that goes up and down. Next to the hallway, a suit of armor, oiled and glistening, stands at attention in a shallow alcove. To the west, large double doors hang slightly open, but a steady, bright light escapes through the opening. This would be the organ behind it in the dining hall. You decided to enter the dining hall, so in which case you open it up. You see a long, very destroyed... Not destroyed, but like the table, all the things are on it are destroyed, right? The china, all the place setting, everything that would have been nice. The candelabras are strewn about. Everything that would have been great about it, of the table itself, is completely destroyed. Then there's pillars against each side of the room, and then a massive organ that is placed against the back wall, and no one currently playing it.
So do people live here or something?
Yeah, I don't know where everybody is.
And they live like this?
Well, the table is but a taste of the wrath of the mighty count.
Oh, he can really wreck an inanimate object. That's mighty impressive. Where's the food?
Harkus?
Go ahead and make perception checks.
All of us?
Yeah.
Nice.
16.
20.
12.
20? 20 is enough to notice that against the back wall, scratch marks on the floor suggest that the organ can be slid outward.
Oh, those sneakies. I'm going to walk over kind of to where I saw it, and I'm going to kind of point and look. I'm like, oh, this moves.
Where does it go?
I don't know.
Well, you look like a big, strong man. Why don't you try to move it?
Try.
Oh, the big guns over
Thrall
there.
number 1.
Yes, well, since my name seems to evade you on a regular basis. All right. Well done. Ha. Now who's the thrall?
You.
All right. All right. So I guess I'm going to... The marks are on that side.
Just
I'd
go
wanna
ahead and
push.
give me an athletics check.
All right.
We'll determine that based upon your roll, whether or not you get this
Plus 7 to this roll.
Oh, good gravy.
You inspiring him?
Oh, good
yeah.
gravy.
Yeah. I inspire you. You get to add
Oh,
a
good.
D. I think it's a D10.
Mind you, if you hate your roll, you do have inspiration.
Oh, you do? You use it. Why
Yeah,
not, right?
I have to. I rolled it too.
And I'm still giving you Bardic, which means you can add a D8 to this roll.
Okay. So
If you'd like to.
All right, so that's a 19 plus 7, so that's 26. Do we think we need the other
Why
one?
not?
Why
Okay.
not?
It's a giant organ.
Which one's the...
That one.
It is... 6? Yeah, because it... Well,
Yep, there's no 9
Oh,
on that.
yeah. All right, so that's 32.
DC
I'm
30.
diesel.
Yes!
Otherwise, you have to solve the complex organ tones, and it requires a bard who's proficient in playing the organ.
I could have done that.
But it's very entertaining nonetheless to see a man walk up to this, a 7'5" man, and just manhandle an organ, and just it slides outward 2 feet, allowing access to a secret door in the back wall that swings open. And it seems that this organ now kind of like kind of breathes as you have removed it from its housing within the castle, right? Like it connected, interwoven into the veins of the structure. And as we enter beyond the space into the South Archer's post, I think we got to pick up there next time.
Oh, no.
Thank you so much for coming to tonight's episode of the Crow's Curtain Call, and we'll catch you next time.